introduce yourself. Yeah, let's start.
All right. It's the boy, Moshatswana. White Shadow in the building, you feel me? Young little homie straight from the Razi, born and raised. 23, 2024 by the time you see this. Rapper, singer, producer, the engineer, a basic musician package.
How would you describe your style of music as a producer and then as an artist?
Okay. That is an interesting question because I do get it quite frequently, right? Some people they know about me first, Beauty, and then some people know me first, either uspete di barra, out there, right? So to them, I just tell them, no, like it was a series of events, right? It was a series of events because I started 2013. The very first thing I started doing was actually beatboxing. It means I like a beatboxer. Then it transitioned into me rapping. And then from there, me rapping, I started making beats. And then, the whole time, get it beat. And then finally, I came into this thing of like, right? So it's almost like, oh, okay, he's that versatile.
So what pulled you into this thing of making music?
Well, it's pretty much a story of the need for self-expression, right? If it's not obvious at this point, Gelaswafi, right? Yeah. And as a kid, still not having like a full grasp of like how the world works, how like society like treats and stuff like that. As a kid, I was always like the weird one out of like the entire bunch, right? So for me to be able to stand out, I needed something, right? Yeah, I needed something. I wasn't, a physical kind of guy, so sports was like out of the window. And then, like I said, I was just with a couple of homies. I'm there like kiki ready sound like a molomu. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I can put this into a rhythm. I did it. Everyone was liking it, and then there was a talent show. I took first place, and I'm like, okay, so coolio. And then, through that, I managed to like find an outlet to like somehow express myself, but it wasn't fully fleshed to the degree that it is right now. So like I said, it was just a transition over the years of like, okay, I started off beatbox and then I transitioned into rapping, and then me rapping. Again, it gave me like a chance to, just talk my talk, right? I just got to talk my talk. And then from there, the one that I really fell in love the most with was actually making beats because, there's a joy in knowing that, you have a power to be able to like influence someone, go and go, you can make them, be happy, jump around, dance, why it's all okay in their own intimate moments. But down kind of feeling, the music I produce can count as like a bridge between them having to like let those emotions out, and it is fulfilling to know what I possess such a power. So basically it just came from like a need for self-expression and then getting fulfillment from seeing how it's a part of other people's lives.
Okay. Endless possibilities. So as a young artist, as somebody who's coming up in a budding industry of entertainment in this country of ours, what do you think is the future of music for artists, like in the sense of industry, in the sense of being able to have work, not just a life, but work that feeds many different people from different aspects. And then also, if you can, I know you're a very radical guy.
Yeah.
When it comes to things like distribution, I recently saw a little rant about Spotify. Like, what is your take on stuff like streaming and or direct to consumer?
Okay. To answer the first question, I was growing up in a time where music was on more or less a steady trajectory, right? It's like, okay, by release if they did, by release they sell physical copies kaha, and then by just like in terms of streaming, be it the royalty on YouTube or like other platforms that came before Spotify and stuff like that, right? But then I got to see for myself the landscape of music consumption and how the business side of things sort of transition, right? And which leads me to answer your second question. Yeah, I am rather radical about the whole monopolization, so to speak, about how we as consumers and us, the musicians, tend to like go about with this relationship of, okay, I make music for my fans and, well, for myself, obviously, right? I make music for myself and my fans, and in return, I give it out to other people who find enjoyment and fulfillment in that, right? Honana, we're in this predicament where it's like, okay, streaming right now has really, really much, again, monopolized how we consume music, right? In case some people don't know, Ghana, Spotify, like in answer, I'm going to use them as like a baseline or an example because they're the most apparent. Spotify, they're like the policies where it's like, okay, how an Alipina that hasn't reached 1,000 views by end. As soon as that policy is effective, if you have a song that hasn't reached 1,000 views within a certain threshold of time, right? Again, in case some people, if they don't know, the royalty split is 0.0003 cents, right? And if I make 1 million or even 1 billion streams, what is that going to translate to? Get change. I mean, at best, right? At best, it could be somewhat life-changing for like the average musician. But then at worst, it's again get change. So let me not say how I'm solar per se, because again, we're in an age where like songs using digital and all that stuff. But the cons do outweigh the pros of the whole thing. And then addressing direct to consume. Now is the best time to be independent. Bulang the website, open up your websites, make an email list, right? Even if it's something as small as like a community group, more app where you can either send your links, can also send like getting or send like your fans like, oh okay, get release an EP or what in Ghana, a concept of like what's a album, but with that album, what's in that zip file? It's the songs themselves. Okay, make it a single because it's more digestible. But the one's a single. In that single, the official song, right? The official song, and then the vocally, the raw ones, the processed in, the official beat, the official art cover, and then art covers that were like concepts or like inspirations for that. The consumer will feel like they've gotten way more of a bargain, right? Because it's more intimate, it's more personal, it feels more it feels more like you care, which you do.
Yes.
Hey, you should care about your fans. So having to like get a grasp and really understand how to move about in going direct to consumer and going independent, like there's never been a better time to be an independent artist.
So recently, from last year, you're involved in 2 recording sessions for a project that'll be released under the platform of Urban Culture Experience. But it was an effort by yourself as a producer and artist and maybe 20 other artists and producers. Could you reflect on that time and on that experience for us?
Okay, first and foremost, I will say it was the most fun I've ever had making music, because for once it wasn't about because again we've been conditioned to like play into the algorithm, right? It wasn't about that. It wasn't about I'm under pressure the fans are starving, you know, transport against music and just creatively here like I get to in a way that feels more liberating, right? So, you know, having to like work with all these different people, all their different talents that they specialize in, it was a really fun experience. One, two, you know, I got to see like the workflows ababang and be like, wow, so abadira, right? Koro wana mo nehela literally for making. Asa kwa la haile baby, literally just spit a whole verse. Ebe well, sami ebe ko master, right? Babang how maybe like locked in bakwala. For us and thing, it's fire, right? It's fire. Even like just working with like other producers as well, you know, getting to see like, oh, okay, so for them to get, I don't know, their drums hitting like this, for them to get their basses to like hit like this, right? How maybe they like me myself, right? Yeah, I find that's a whole debate for another day, but I use loops. I got to see some, you know, who like do everything from scratch, and I'm like, ish,
yeah,
this if I can just hone and like focus and just get a tap into that energy, I would, okay, you know, I just pull up the plugin, draw down the melodies, everything sound on fire, the sound selection is good, the way they processed it and all that, you know, it was really eye-opening and like, again, a really fun experience to like just be a part of it, and also push me in places that I wouldn't have gone creatively speaking, right? Because a lot of people do say this, they're like, I prefer emotional shadow over getting the hype or like the rap shadow, and I'm like, oof, yeah, one, and yeah, so I'm like, oof, it'll go further why, because you know that side of shadow, you know, slightly because I have that innate bias to just the production alone, like, you know, that hype, hard hitting production, like I am biased to it. So like when people tell me I like emotional shadow, I'm like, oh, okay, la real coolio. And having to be with them and having to like hang around people who specialize in that wave, again, it just pushed me to places where I'm like, wow, that's nice. So yeah, it was a really fun experience. It's really good music. It'll be coming out soon. You know, can't wait for the people to hear all that. And yeah.
So with this idea of collaboration in mind, taking it outside of the guys you're working with, taking it outside of Humble, like what can collaboration further or enhance collaboration do for the local music industry?
A lot of, you know, things that mark greatness, like how like one minute. I'm not saying it's out of the realm of possibility, but I am like trying to say, you know, sometimes there's nothing wrong innately anyway. There's nothing innately wrong with like asking for help, right? Hey, how are we there? You know, people come to me, they're like, Master Lepin, because they like how, you know, I go about with the sonics and stuff, right? I like, Master Lepin. I'm like, okay, no, cool, Master. But then, you know, at times I don't always hit the mark, right? So it's either I can tell them, yeah, but I know someone who can help. Latela, maybe, I don't know, Wisconsin. Latela, maybe, I don't know, Zaboski. Latela, Wasabi. Latela, Stanake, right? Ghana, Haman Pila project deal, and then Guy Master, and then Nahaga also hardly. I'm not feeling it. Maybe Hanga Inala Samaman. He could do something way better than I can. Right? That's one. Two, niggas need to put their egos aside, bruv. Like Hakahani, you know, there is that inherent, you know, ego and you know, you're Himothy, right? Him Kardashian, like you are him. and again, there's nothing wrong, because, you know, otherwise, like, you're gonna be your biggest critic. You're gonna be your biggest critic. So that ego in like a healthy proportion is necessary. But niggas really need to like sometimes just put it aside and be like, okay, you know what? Hanga beats Simama for a verse, or even just a hook. Hanga meets he or she will do the song justice.
Yeah.
Kana, you know, it's half done or it's done, but then I also feel like hanga in alas mama, they could elevate it, they can do something completely different, say right? And then they can just 10x the overall quality and experience of the song, right? It like not even just with music in general, right? I can be here and I'm like, okay, no, okay, copy like a repair, like a qual, like a producer, like a mixer, like a master. When it comes time, you release. Yeah, fine. I can use AI, right? Again, that's a whole topic for another day. But I can use AI, just generate a photo, send it up online, put some text in it, call it a day. But there's just something more special and more genuine about just, you know, let's one of my brewskis on some emanate. Can I be another? I can send you a couple of photos, you know, cause like the more concept the someone interested you. Hello, you know, it's for the boy. It is what it is. Everyone gotta eat at the end of the day, right? So like people really need to understand, you know, a lot of greatness comes from teamwork, right? It comes from like as a unit, you know, to like push each other up. And you know what? If you make it to the top, get off your tail.
Yeah, for sure.
Get off your tail. It's cool. It's cool.
All right. So one last thing. I know that you released a project recently. Talk about that and then tell us where we can find this project. And and link us to your social media, to your office, like I said before, if you have an office, you know.
Well, I recently just dropped a single. Shout out to the homie Slowburn, one of my favorite producers or underground. Well, I mean, he is mainstream at this point, you know, one take and everything. But big shout out to Slowburn, the homie. You know, he sent me the beat, and you know, I did my thing. He loves it, I love it, the people love it. Coolio, get it on. YouTube, audio making. You'll find it there. My website is coming soon. You'll be able to buy my stuff directly. My website is coming soon. More details on that. The social it's like White Shadow BW. And my platforms, YouTube, Audio Mag, SoundCloud, White Shadow BW. You'll find me there. And also, I did drop another project, Yali Piano. Yes, I do make pianos, but with a very big twist. Like, people are really sleeping on this, bruv. Right? Yeah, I'm gonna be a bit braggadocious for a second, but like, bruv, like people are sleeping on that stuff. Come on. Yeah, like the pianos is like nothing you've never ever heard before. Waving one playlist last one. You feel me? Whatever your taste is, there's the tea. You should be fine. You feel me? Like I said, White Shadow BW, all socials, all the platforms that I just mentioned. Run out the tracks. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Deuces.
Yeah. Hey. 267 hip hop. Tesh UCX. Cornerstone. That's a boy. Shots runner. White Shadow on the bars and the beats. You feel me? It's finna get lit. Yeah, let's go. Look, you know I roll low key, but I'm pretty sure you have my tags on some beats. You know I got some heat. I bring more fight joints, I ain't use no sheet. Hey, if you hate it, take a step back. Hey, if you left it, put it on play gap. I got juice of hopping in the Maybach. Hey, did STC get his juice back? Well, who knows? Hey, I got high flows that differentiate the fence from foes, and still slap even though it's too straight to the point like a garden hose. Switch it up until I live it up. I'll never stop from if you a sippy cup. Wait a minute, Rich, pick me up. In the rat race for the cheese, I can coach by Takashi. You'll be kicking it like it's a bachi. Nike boys over here, no Versace. Get in there. Ay, since a little kid, I was a visionary. A young boy from the hood, who could be the next young millionaire. Ay, I be loving with the woes. We be trying to reach the goals. To go overseas, then we pay the fees. Maybe smash on a couple of bitches. Then I'm a ghost once I get the bridges. The circle be tight, I don't fuck with snitches. I swim with the sharks, you swimming with fishes. Bitch, get in it. You know I'm a visionary. Get in it. You know I'm a visionary. Hey, shit, let's go. Hey, shit, let's go. Hey, get in it. You know I'm original. Getting it, getting it. You know I'm original. Getting it, getting it. You know I'm original. Yeah. Shots one. Let's get it.